What do you think that your partners prefer? Love or respect? Which one would they put up top?
Respect. Respect.
I would say respect.
100%.
Yeah, respect for sure.
Nah, they're in tune. They're in tune. They're, they're in tune. Yeah.
Well, it's because like, okay, respect I think is on both of our top priorities,
Yeah.
honestly, because I mean, I'm guilty of having a shit attitude. Like I can, I come home, I'm not saying it's right, and I've definitely apologized whenever I am in the wrong, for sure. But respect each other is definitely top priority, because if you get a shit attitude from your partner, it's kind of like you guys kind of go back and forth, and then until one apologizes,
Yeah.
and it has to be that person to be like, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry I treated you like that.
Accountability. I think
Accountability, yes. Yeah, that is so
super
good.
important.
That's our main thing we've been trying to like stress to y'all women in general, is just the accountability of taking your delusion away. Kind of like what, I forget which one of y'all said it, but it's just like a lot of women have the ego inflated and they just don't want to bring it down to the accountability.
You know what?
But that goes back to accountability, saying, hey,
Yeah.
why am I thinking like that? I'm not even this top tier girl to be deserving this kind of man. Why am I trying to strive for that? Of course, I'm not going to get the
Well,
man
and I think
want.
a lot of women struggle with, things that from their past. They really let that kind of come in and take over their emotions. When you learn how to kind of accept what you've been through, and kind of just put yourself in a clear state of mind and realize, you know what, a simple sorry and a genuine apology can go a long way to anybody. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you're a friend and you felt like you did something wrong. A simple apology is all you need. And I think a lot of women kind of just let it go over their head, and they get prideful. They get very prideful of what, and then it goes to their head and it kind of is disregarded on their end. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
sometimes
what is
we're just wired like that,
what is the thing
we're
that
women.
women love to say is that women are always right. That is completely wrong. That little.
well, no, I agree with you on that.
I agree with that.
Throw
Yeah.
that quote away.
Yeah,
Just throw
yeah.
that quote away. Women are always right. That needs
Yeah.
to be gone now, because you're not always right. And
No,
think if
I
you're looking
agree.
at reality shows a lot of these other women that they are not always right. Because if they were right, by the time they were 30, they'd already be wifed up. They'd be where they thought they would be by the time they were 30, with kids or with a family, whatever it is. Because a lot of girls, when they're younger, they're like, yo, I want to have kids, I want to have a family. But then they look at themselves at 32, 33, and they're like, why don't I have the family? Oh, it's because you didn't take the accountability sooner to realize that you were still picking on the wrong choices all these other times.
Yeah, unfortunately it happens, but I do agree with you. Women are not always right, and that goes back to the pride thing. Like, set your pride aside. Just like men need to set their pride aside too. It's not just women.
No, we're always right.
Yeah.
That's
Very
what I would say.
Spicy.
I would
No,
say
we're
that
always
I do. I have learned in the recent years to set my pride aside. And if-
Decisions.
when I'm wrong,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yes, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I can't. Just
No,
back out.
absolutely.
That's
No,
the
100%,
thing.
100%. But a lot of the times, men's decision making is calculated before it's made, right? And I'm not saying a woman's decision is not calculated, but they are mainly emotionally driven, where
Yeah.
guys are put a little more logic behind it, right?
Yeah.
But I agree.
Yeah.
That you said that women are. I like that you said that men do really kind of. They're mostly, y'all are more logical creatures.
Yeah.
There you go. Y'all are more logical creatures, and women are more emotional creatures.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
I do take pride on that domain, because that's my domain right there.
Yeah.
I'm
Emotion.
emotionally in tune, in tune how I feel, and men are. That's why we balance each other out, though. It's super important to understand that it's not about being equal at this point. It's just about we balance one another, and we do.
See how you flip that from saying equal to balance. That's
be
different.
balanced.
That's
Very good. That's really good.
But that's good.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
I love
So-
that. Yeah.
I like
we
that.
really
Yeah, exactly.
do balance each other out, and I feel like a lot of women kind of forget that, because everybody wants to kind of, majority of women want to be like, I'm right there with you, like I'm just like a man, and
Yeah.
yes, you can do what a man does, like no doubt about it, but you have to understand what your role is,
Which, I agree.
and which is
Most
being a
girls don't
woman
know
and
their
being
role.
feminine and being soft and being
Absolutely.
carried.
Yeah.
So it kind of. Do you have a question?